Hey, hey everybody. I'm in the kitchen about to put away these dishes and cook me a snack before I take a nap. That makes sense. I just woke up, so now I gotta get me a nap in before work. I didn't do bad at all yesterday because I didn't go to sleep. Go figure. 10-hour shift with no sleep. That was me. Use this for my food. Well, I don't know what I'm cooking. Only eggs. That's all the sister knows. She getting some eggs. Hey, Marissa. I missed you this morning. I kept falling asleep every time I tried to tune in to a chat. I was knocked out. I looked down and said an hour. I was like, dang, I know she been gone. How's it going today? How you doing? That's the purpose. Pulse chat. I have no idea what I'm cooking. I know, but you know I'll be up because I get off work at 5:30. Man, this man, I went to the store. He keep buying all this hot sausage. I don't eat hot food, so it's like when it comes time for breakfast, there's no bacon for me. There's no sausage for me. I think you forget I don't eat spicy food. I mean, we got all the hot links, spicy sausage, all this other stuff, but nothing normal. Go figure. Nothing normal at all. It's a little dark in here, but I'm trying to keep my ambiance the way it is because I don't need no extra lighting to wake me up more. I'm using black people lights. Stove. You know, our universal, it's our universal night light on the stove. You ever seen that, those TikToks where they be like, black people, this is not a night light. I be like, yes it is. Why does thing keep saying my phone's turning? It's not. It is a night light. The light under your microwave over your stove, that is definitely a night light. If you're scared of the boogeyman and that light is on, you'll be protected. Hey, young Riaz, how you doing? I'm just checking in on everybody, seeing how everybody's doing, making sure everybody is doing well. Y'all know me, I gotta do a pulse check. I'm still gonna do my other live. I just want to do it when I'm off. Because right now the brain cells, I don't have the capacity. So I'm just gonna wait until I do. I don't know why I just got taste for eggs. I really don't even want nothing else. I'm trying to make myself come up with something. Maybe I can have some toast. I don't believe in the toaster. I like my toast in the oven. On broil with some butter. And some sugar and cinnamon. Why I still got them cookies from yesterday? I gave one to my bonus baby. I didn't let the other one have none yet because he gonna be bouncing off the walls. Baby, I'm far from old. I guess you a young person, I suppose. I don't know. Bet I'm younger than your mama. Bet I'm younger than your mom's. That's too funny. People say the darkest thing was I'm supposed to cry. Getting older is a beautiful thing, especially when you can rock with them 30-somethings. You know what I'm saying? Nothing old about me. What, glasses make you old now? The hell? Was I supposed to be offended? Absolutely not. It's a privilege to be called an old lady, for real, for real. That means I beat the odds of a dead youth. I'm going through middle life now. Some people don't make it to middle age. I am cooking eggs. What are you doing? How are you? Are you okay today? What's on your mind besides me being old? What's on your mind? Are you having a good day so far? What? It's all love over here. They not like us. That song just ringing in my head and it bothers me. Listen, I have to buy a box of 60 eggs in this house because, like, when everybody is eating, it's like automatic 6 to 8 eggs each time we cook them. The baby loves eggs. So sometimes we have to cook eggs specifically for him because he don't be wanting nothing else. You know how kids they be kind of picky. He kind of picky. So he'll want eggs. And him alone can eat like 2 or 3. And he only 2 years old, man. Is that crazy? Every time I look at that message, I get tickled. Hey, old lady. It's cute. Where's my cinnamon? There it is. So my mom used to make our toast with cinnamon and sugar on it. And then put it under the broiler. You got to be careful with that broiler because you turn your back, it'll be burnt. But it's like a lot of the things that my mom did when we were kids, I still do it to this day. Like she made grilled cheese and she put a little sugar between the bread and then like on top after it's done. Most people say, ugh, but it's so good. That's the only way I eat grilled cheese. It's so good. Unless I'm doing like a sandwich with meat and, you know, that type of grilled cheese. I probably still put a little sugar on it, knowing me. I've been on TikTok since I woke up just looking at people. And I'm telling you, man, I've been saying all week, it's so many preachers, prophets, and all that stuff on TikTok. I'm like, 24/7, y'all in church mode? Is that what you're telling me? Like, if it wasn't a TikTok, would you be in the street preaching? Do you go outside and preach? Or do you just sit on TikTok all day and claim prophet or prophetess or apostle or somebody and put your cash app in the chat? This world is so crazy. What grinds my gears right about now is how pastors, literally preachers or whatever you want to call it, they aren't preaching the word. They're preaching feel good and I guess bluff in a sense. They're preaching from the flesh. And the reason why I say that is because you see multiple people that will come on, especially when they are involved in some type of scandal or something like that is connected to them. They will, 9 times out of 10, when they preach, they're going to come out with a message talking about your haters want to see you fall, but your haters, it's always a hater message behind the person who's moving in their flesh. God told me to tell 23 of y'all that y'all haters is going to see y'all win this year. You don't stop telling these people that. Bro, sis, stop it. You mean tell me that God came to your ear, talk to you about haters? God just specifically came to you and said, I want you to tell them, 23 of them, it doesn't matter what 23, just tell 23, and whoever believes it, even if it's 75 of them, God is going to make their haters eat their dust. God's going to allow you to drive around the block and your haters see you, but they can't touch you. Honey, God is not. If y'all at church and y'all getting excited about that, if y'all watching a video and y'all excited about that, because what it does is relatable. We all got somebody we consider to be a hater. It's a given. It's going to happen. That's what life is about. Some like you, some don't. It's my understanding that haters are people who secretly love you. You know, it's a form of envy. So, as they watch from afar, they may turn their nose up or have a sly remark to make. But usually it's because they admire something about you or they want something. They feel like you have something that they supposed to have or something like that, something stupid. Yeah, you might just have a nice body and they want to come talk about your body. You might have on eyeglasses and they come and be like, oh, hey, old lady. That joke is going to forever be in my heart. I'm sorry. But I would probably bet my last dollar the guy ain't came in nobody's ear, sleep, or nothing and said, go tell Jamaica that I'm going to make her haters. Haters? God love haters too. We act like he gonna beat the haters up for us as if they ain't his, like he don't love them. But I was saying, it's just so irritating when I see it now. It's like when you grow and mature, the things that used to tickle your ear start to irritate your ear. It'll be a voice that you once listened to, and all of a sudden it'll start sounding like blah, 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 blah. And it's like, wait a minute, is this what I was listening to before? Was I naive? Was I immature? It causes you to wonder. Because I promise you, there's some people I listen to now that I used to listen to, and I'll be feeling so ignorant. Like, did I fall for that? Did I fall for that? It's beyond the $100 line preachers, 100 people gonna give $100. God gonna bless you by Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after next. So make sure you get it in before your next paycheck hits. Honestly, I was $100 liner at one point because I didn't know any better. I always tell you I don't know. I didn't, I haven't read the entire Bible, but I'm learning over the last, 7 to 10 years. And I didn't even at one point know about false prophets. So, because I didn't know much about prophets, I didn't grow up in a church where we were in Baptist church. So it wasn't no prophet coming to the house. It was my uncle up on the stage, hooping and kicking his leg. I don't even know if he was much Baptist. He was more charismatic to me. Now that I've, matured and grown up some. But nobody talk, man, you ain't getting no praise dancers. You ain't getting no intercessory prayer. You got the ushers with the nurses uniforms on. You got the ushers with the nurses uniform. You got the Bible study, sunrise Bible study in the basement of the church before service. And you got the old ladies that shout like clockwork every week and their wig fall off. That's what church was for me. So naturally, when I began to seek for myself and learned about prophets, it was like, ooh, in my mind, oh, it's not a psychic. It's not a psychic, so it must be right. It must be good. Not understanding that even psychics are anointed and a broken clock is right twice a day. And a lot of people that we have deemed or that claim to be prophets are merely liars or psychics. Which means they have a gift, but they aren't using it to glorify God. Hey, Miss Chicago, they're not using it to glorify God. They're using it for personal gain, and for some people, they're using it to purposely mislead people into destruction. But that's why we have to seek God for ourselves so that we know His voice, so that when a true prophet comes, we know to try the Spirit by the Spirit. We look for the fruits of the Spirit. We look for if that word is pointing us back to God. We don't just fall for the okie doke. But I think a lot of people are they're seeking something and they're hopeful. I believe we're all hopeful for some things. And it's easier to move and hope something is going to be than to have faith that it is done. So when we're seeking based on this hope, that's where the itchy ears come in, because I can say something and it'll relate to half the people in the room. God showed me that some of y'all are going through this month. Hell, that's mostly all of us. And you know what they're going to do? Because it's always that one that's going to scream when they hear that word. Because they feel like it's them. They came to that place looking for a word, just praying and hoping that this time God says something to me from the prophet. Yeah, God, you funny. But, and they're emotional. So when we're emotional, instead of moving in the Spirit of God, we move on emotions. We fall for things that feel good, and we don't care what it sounds like when it feels good and it touches on what we're experiencing, what we're going through, and it gives us that little hope because that person just basically um, was accurate about where you are in life right now. But like I said, if I say somebody in this room is having financial issues, half the people in the room are probably having financial issues. Notice they say somebody, but it's gonna be that one. As soon as they say somebody in this room having financial issues, it's gonna be that one that goes, "Ah!" And the one that screams the loudest is going to get that prophecy. If you don't believe me, just watch. Pay attention. I love going to church, but I'm always on alert, looking for the foolery. Looking for the foolery. And that's not so I can run. It's so I can study to show myself approved. So I cannot be bamboozled or bewitched by somebody that is actually a witch that's using manipulation and control in this building to make me emotional and run up to this $100 line with this $100 that I ain't got for real. But because I'm moving with hope, I'm going to go give my light bill money. Because I just know that this man of God, I'm starting to think that even when people say that, this man of God, no, God with a T. You ever heard that? Man of God. I ain't trying to hear you talk all mystical and spooky and creepy. Tell me what thus saith the Lord, or read the Bible. Period. Let's talk about what's in the Bible for real, not what you tickling my ear for a cash app with. You know, and that's why a lot of people fall away from church. It's not church. Church is a beautiful thing. We are the church. God is church. But the institution, the building, the people in it have moved wrongly. So when they sell somebody a dream, when they get a woman up there, she screams because they said somebody in this room is having a hard time financially. Like I said, he or she who screams the loudest is usually a she. Unfortunately, women are very vulnerable to be prey when it comes to getting a word, you know. It hurts my heart when I just observe some people sometimes that be on calling themselves prophet so and so, and people are in the chat like, can I get a word? What is God saying to me? That hurts my heart, because I know that person on the other end is really just hoping and probably holding on for dear life, just wanting God to say something, show them something, give them a little relief from whatever it is they're going through, and you know, something like that. And they see somebody who's claiming to be of God, sent by God, chosen by God, and because they're in such a deep place of just something to feed the hope, it sounds good, and they become emotional. If you want a word, hit the cash app. Another telltale sign that's a lying fool. Because if God got a word for you, then that person has to release it to you, period. Or it's going to be on them. So to say, give me a cash app, either that's a daredevil or a liar. I think both. A daredevil liar. But like I said, the lady who screams loudest is gonna get that word. She gonna come up deep in sin, like most of us are. Deep in sin. Maybe fornicating, maybe adultery, I don't know, whatever her sin may be. But she's gonna be deep in sin, but that person is gonna get her up to that altar. She's gonna be crying. I'm painting a picture because I know everybody that's seen this. Excuse me. She's gonna be crying when she gets to the altar. Because she's at her wit's end and she's desperate. She's become emotional when somebody says something about having financial issues because she's one paycheck away from eviction, lights being off or something. Maybe she just lost her job. I don't know. But she's up there because she screamed the loudest when they said it. Yes, you. Come here, woman of God. She's going to come down to that altar. And that person is going to be like, God showed me last month you went through tough times. He sent me here today just for you, is what he's going to say. He sent me here just for you to tell you hey, Selena, to tell you the storm is over. By this time next week, God's going to turn it around. He wants to bless you with. He wants to give you this. He wants to give you a house. He wants to give you a new car. He going to bless you with double for your trouble. That's what they going to tell her. Because she's emotional. Hey, Uncle L. And that girl is going to be so overwhelmed and excited. She going to cry. She going to hit the floor. She ain't going to hear the rest of the word. Because what happens is they'll get up off the floor and be like, what did they say? I think that's another telltale sign. I think God be saving us when if you ever had a word and you don't remember what that person said to you, probably was something you shouldn't have had received. When you're getting a true word from God, you don't want to fall to the ground in the spirit, being all emotional. Because you won't hear it. Stand there and hear what the Lord is saying. But that girl's going to be all emotional. I ain't no rocket scientist or nothing, but a true prophet would probably whisper in her ear, there's so much. No, God loves you. There's so much he wants to bless you with. But you know the things that you need to change. You know that you can't lay with that woman's husband. You know. A true prophet gonna give you the truth. Not gonna promise you nothing knowing God don't bless no mess. I think that's why a lot of us, we think we blessed, but it's really just grace. I think we get little blessings here and there, but those bigger ones gonna come according to our walk. But like I said, it just makes me so mad when I see these people like on TikTok. That's another telltale sign. You mean to tell me God sitting here talking to you on a 20-hour live? I can go to your TikTok and see you prophesying for 12 hours straight. You ain't depleted. You don't need to be filled with the Spirit. You know, you poured out so much. You ain't tired. He does talk to you. We just don't say what we want to hear. I believe that. God talks to us all the time. I think sometimes it's so subtle we miss it. Or sometimes we look for him. Most of the time, we look for him to give us the answer we want. So we overlook the answer he give us. Because it don't sound like what you thought it was supposed to. It doesn't go with what you thought was the plan, what you planned. I think that the better thing is he talks to you, but we have to get in that place of not ignoring that little gut feeling, not ignoring, I was just thinking, I knew I should have. You know those things we do that after the fact, we be like, man, if I had to just did XYZ like I was thinking. We got to stop thinking. What we say, stop thinking and do what you hear. If it's something that you hear and it's not leading you away from God, then you probably should be doing it. And that's not, usually, but that's me, anybody. Women to say, I just knew it, my woman intuition. Girl, that was the Holy Spirit. Intuition. The Holy Spirit be tagging at your gut. You be getting that strong gut feeling that you should leave that man alone. You be having that strong gut feeling that you should go left instead of right. But because you know a shortcut, you gonna go right. You ever had the GPS on? Going somewhere. And you know the route, but like me, I still turn my GPS on everywhere I go because I like to get the speed trap notifications. But have you ever been driving and following GPS, but you know the way? Perfect example. I was door dashing one time, and the way the GPS was taking me was longer. And I'm like, why is it directing me to go this way when I can just go this way, this way, this way? What I do, I ignore the GPS because we know that when you ignore the GPS, it'll redirect you. But have you ever ignored the GPS? The GPS is God. You're going in the direction that the GPS tells you. But because you know a shortcut or a faster route, you just take that way because we know that the GPS is going to reroute us. No matter which way we go, it's going to reroute us. Now, sometimes you'll keep going that GPS in another direction that it didn't tell you, and it'll stop talking until you turn around. You might have had that happen before. You trying to go your own way because you're trying to avoid something, and you keep going and it stops telling you where to go. But then you bust a U and immediately, in 500 feet, turn left. You know how I do. Did I really just do that? But I was going the way I knew because I'm like, I'm door dashing. I gotta give these people food there hot and fresh. And I went the way I knew, and what happened? I ran into traffic. It was an accident. So sometimes the GPS will redirect you because of something that's ahead that's going to hinder you or stop you or slow you down. And that's the same thing happens when we don't listen to God. He's trying to prevent us from going into a trap or getting caught up or stuck in a place for a period of time. So when we ignored it and chose to go our own way, we ran into an accident and the traffic was backed up and they was detouring everybody. You had to turn around, go back the way the GPS was trying to tell you any other way. Now it done took you double the time. Now imagine how many times we ignored that voice telling us to do something and we didn't do it, only to have to turn around and go back the way we was doing and catch it the way we were supposed to in the first time. No, I don't think it's that he don't talk to us. We hard-headed. But that's what being a human is about. We are flesh and bone. We have free will, so although he guides us, he'll let us go Sometimes he makes the warning stronger. I think depending on the danger ahead, it'll be stronger. But for the most part, you can go to whatever you want to do it. But just don't get mad when trouble is ahead of you when you could have avoided it had you listened to that little thing telling you. Something told me not to go this way. Something told me not to go to this party today. A lot of people had that gut feeling not to go to a party on some given night. Some listen, some don't. My son used to have dreams. I think he still do, but he used to have dreams. And the stuff he would dream within 48 hours, something like that or that was happening. And there's been times that he would have a dream and he's supposed to go somewhere and he'll be like, nah, I ain't gonna go. The only thing I think he could have did different, because he really avoided something. One thing he could have did was warn the people that he knew were going, hey man, I don't think it's a good idea if you go there. Something just telling me something might not be right. You ain't even got to say I had a dream. And I think that's the only thing, that he didn't realize that he could have did. Prevented somebody from being caught up in the middle of some craziness. But we have to listen to our gut. We'll be like, I ain't going to that party. You been and bought all your clothes, getting ready, fresh, and just something to say don't go. Then you don't go, and then you hear 5 people got shot. It's just like that, We definitely have to pay more attention. Especially now. Time is short. We can say time is short and the time is near. We can't keep making the same mistakes we've made all our life and think that, oh, I got time, or God got me. He know my heart. That's another. Stop saying it. That's an excuse to do something that you're not supposed to do, but you're going to do anyway. That's a display of what is truly in your heart. Hey there, Pow Pow. How you doing? Hey, Gary. When we say God know my heart after we said or did something foul, like, God know my heart. He does. He know the parts of your heart that you don't know. He know every little dirty secret, every little foul thing in your heart. So when you say those things like that, talking about whoever, whatever, and you're wrong, girl, God know my heart. Just imagine the all-knowing God when you say that. He probably asking you, but do you know your heart? Do you know your heart? That's the question. That's the bigger question. Another thing we got to stop saying, though it's a true statement, but when we say it, we got to mean it with intentions on. To me, it's the same as repenting. When we repent, that means to turn and to change and not do something again. How hard is that? But when we be like, oh, shit, I'm a work in progress. God know my heart. We say that all in one breath. We've been saying we are work in progress for the last 20 years. They also say when you know better, you do better. When we say I'm a work in progress, we do better. We knew better. Girl, God know my heart. He know I'm a work in progress. What you gonna do when time run out and judgment day come and you still talking about I'm a work in progress? I ain't saying we by any means will be perfect. No. But it's time to put more effort into being more like God, It's nothing wrong with being a good person. There's nothing wrong with having good character. There's nothing wrong with having good morals. There's nothing wrong with having high standards of life. There's nothing wrong with trusting the plan that God has for your life. There's nothing wrong with not being combative, confrontational. He said the meek shall inherit the earth. Meekness is not weakness, it's strength beyond measure. I believe when we're meek, we're able to avoid a lot of disorder. By no means are you weak. It just means we care about what we entertain and what we don't. Sometimes things are sent to specifically trap us up, to get us distracted and caught up over here doing this and that, while this and that is happening over here. When we should have been praying for our uncle, we was over here fighting with our cousin. Now uncle gone. And it be just like that. I know for myself. Where are you from, Pow Pow? For myself, I choose to be kind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know how to be kind. I choose to be kind. Because it just works better for me. I don't take no mess. I ain't scared of you. However, I'm still going to be kind. But when I need to raise up, I will. But I ain't about to waste my time raising up on somebody that ain't got nothing to do with my future. Nothing to do with my destiny. So like I say, we got to pick and choose our battles. Are you a barber, Pow Pow? Y'all see what's on my mind today. I'm just sick and tired of people out here fooling people and then people blaming God and Christians, or I like to say believers of Christ or the church. It's these foul people in these churches. Yeah, are you a barber, Pow Pow? I have to follow you. I don't follow you. It's my first time meeting you. Hey, Shay. I think we all could use a little get better. I ain't gonna say get right. Get better. We know we gotta get right, but we need some more good get better. Because if we don't, we will keep falling for the okie doke. We'll keep going left when God is saying go right. There's a quote the man Stephen Chestnut I listen to. He always says, God is not with the majority. Wait a minute, is it right? Yeah, he's not with the majority. So if everyone is going to the right, more than likely he's to the left. And for some reason, ever since I said that, I don't go with the popular. You know what I mean? How some people bandwagon and jump on the first thing that sounds good. Now everybody's over there. And then you miss them because you was over here on the right where everybody was doing what they supposed to do, trying to see what was going on, thinking everything was over there when it was over here. It's time for us to be still and listen and hear for ourselves. Not pay attention to what's going on around us. Yeah, be vigilant in what's going on because who knows what's going to happen in this earth sooner or later. But it starts with you. It starts at your house. It don't start in the church house. It starts at home. A lot of people will go to church and get from church what they don't carry home or don't have at home already. So a lot of times church ain't even working for people because of that. You can't be, and like I say, I tell you all the time, I got to get back into my prayer life. I have to get back into, more consistent with the things that I know to do. But you know how many people go to church and just praise and worship at church and then they don't even talk about God in the house? Like, it has to go together. What's in your house, you should carry to church. What you get at church, you should carry to your house. If it's good. They were talking about that in church, something like that in church the other week. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, God probably be like, how dare you come in here and cry and raise your arms to me and you won't even do it in your bedroom. Absolutely. 8 days. That's a lot of days, but yeah. Hey, I used to be what you call it? A conference. I was about to say something crazy. A conference. I'm just gonna say a conference freak. I'm gonna say a conference hall. But when I first started like getting into my own relationship with God and those different voices that I was hearing, I would want to go to all the conferences they was giving. And not saying I didn't have good experiences at them, but at the end of the day, when you done flew to Houston, now I can't use that conference as an example because that was a good one. But I'm gonna use it as an example anyway. You know, flew to Houston or Chicago or drove to Orlando. This was my life. But I think in that season, it's something I had to do that brought me to today. But I went to so many conferences, and them things cost money for one. You're gonna pay to get there. You're gonna pay to stay there. You're gonna pay to go in. You're gonna pay for some merch, as they like to say. The merch. And some of them people ain't bit more for God. Like I said, I think that was just part of my process. I don't think you can get me to go to a conference today. And it's not because I think they're bad, but I'm in another space. I've grown. So no, you will never see me at a what's that lady's stuff called? Sarah Jakes. I would never go to one of her conferences because she's an entrepreneur. We get the feel good messages that tell us how to do life and to motivate us. That's cool. I'm not against that. But when you put pastor in front of your name, you're supposed to be leading people to Christ. You're supposed to be letting people know how to enter the kingdom. Not how you got the same power and you can do this and you gotta get up and shake the dust off your feet and tell your haters where to go No. I'm not paying to go to that. Because guess what? She's caught in a cycle. I seen this lady said the other day. She has to basically it's like a performance. Michelle, hi. You have to continue to be that way. So no, I wouldn't go to one of those conferences. I definitely ain't going to her daddy's conference. I ain't going to nobody's conference right now. But that's because when I did go, I learned a lot. Well, sometimes God will use things to teach you sometimes what to do and sometimes what not to do. He'll give you a platform so you can observe and see. And then later on, you'll be like, oh my goodness. I did not see that. I did not even know that then. That's why I'm saying now, some of the same people I used to listen to, I cut off all the voices. I don't really listen to nobody. But some of the same people that I used to listen to, sound really foreign. And all I keep thinking is like, did they change or did I change? What did she say? I'll be hearing some stuff sometimes. I'll be like, what? Are you really gonna connect Genesis 1 to that? I heard this girl literally say, in the beginning, the earth was formed. Do you know that in the Greek form? And it just hit me because the man was like, why is she telling about everything in the Greek when the Bible was in Hebrew? I said, oh my goodness. But she was trying to tie prosperity and money into the creation of earth because she said form means chaos in a sense. So basically, in the beginning was chaos. Like, huh? I'm like, I went to one of her conferences. What the heck is she talking about right now? It started to sound like gibberish and babble. And the sad part about it, those are the ones that got the biggest followings. And you can't tell them nothing. There'll be people out here warning them, that's a true prophet of God. Don't put your mouth on the prophet. I'm like, okay. Sometimes it just takes a little time for you to sit there and listen for yourself and use your common sense. I guess that's what I'm trying to say today. Don't let these people fool you out here. Because they will. They will fool you. And if you're emotional and not moving in the spirit, you'll get got. And unfortunately, some of us going to get got by our favorite ones. Know them by their fruits. Examine the fruit. If they get up on stage and start throwing shade across the pulpit, run. Well, I'm running. I ain't trying to hear it. But that's cool, pal pal. I'm paying attention to what he's saying too. You can do it. I've had 2 salons. It's hard work, but I don't know how it would be in Italy versus here. My biggest issue is finding good workers. So without good workers, you gotta handle that overhead yourself. So I don't know what the cost is in comparison to here. But I would say go into opening a barbershop with the mindset that I have to keep this shop open whether I have workers or not. So that means you got to set yourself up to financially be able to take care of your shop overhead and your household. And if you have a problem with that, keep saving and wait until you find a good, strong, at least 2 or 3. Yeah, they will be fooled. And well, it's like people saying that the Bible say, but the ones that say it is the ones being fooled. It makes so much sense now. Like I said, I've been the fool for real. I done went up in the $100 line and had somebody push me down. Not me fell down, pushed me down. Or I fell because they kept pushing. I'm like, man, let me just fall and get this over with. That's bad. But I was that woman that I was talking about in the beginning that has this hope. And that person to stand at the front of that church and say, someone's having financial issues right now. And whoever screams the loudest is going to get the prophetic word, because half them people having financial issues anyway. They get us on emotions. Go in the spirit, not in your emotions, in your feelings. When we move in our feelings, we have itching ears. And the first thing to sound good, confirmation. Confirmation. Another thing, the great, oh, I ain't gonna say the great because I'm starting to turn away, whatever. The man I listened to, he said, be careful with confirmation, because too many confirmations is a sign of disobedience. If you're looking for confirmation and then God gives you confirmation, you got your confirmation. But you know, some of us, we need at least 3 times. The next time you be like, oh, confirmation. but you still didn't move on that thing. And you hear it the third time. And that's the third time I heard that. A lady said that to me last week. Confirmation? What are you going to do with the confirmation, people? I feel like when everybody doesn't have the gift of discernment, I personally believe that intuition, if it's not leading, what we think is intuition, if it's not leading you away from God, if it's not pointing the opposite to what the word says, that's what we need to pay attention to. A lot of people follow their intuition into what they feel, what they want to see happen, not what's really being said. I think our intuition says, go on and do it. What's the worst that can happen? Discernment says, you better not do that. You're going to get burnt. Or your intuition may say, go do it. And then as soon as you start doing it, be like, but do it this way. We were just talking about that, Gary, paying attention to those little things. And God will speak to us not just through hearing, but other people, we know that. Pictures we see. You ever been praying about something and then you riding on the highway and you see a semi truck and it'll have something on the side and you know right there, that's that message for you? Talk to us in all types of ways. It's just up to us to discern when he's talking and when to move. Now, I don't know. Like I said, we flesh and blood, so it's easy to move in our own flesh and be absolutely wrong or halfway right. But I think the key is a lot of times when we move on our own and then we realize we did, like when I was moving here. I remember you used to be like, did you consult with God? And I was like, I know I'm supposed to move there. I really believe sometimes we can feel like we consulted with God, but we truly just really didn't. Like specifically go and say, okay, Lord, I'm about to do this. And is this something I'm supposed to do? I think we just feel like we done somehow. Maybe that's that intuition thing, you know? But I know that for myself, when I come into I got crumbs in the baby bed. And into a space like that, like when I was moving, I remember I repented. Because I was like, okay, Lord, I think I need to repent because I'm not sure if this was you. Like, so if it wasn't, I repent, you know. But now that I have stepped out and done this, I need you. That can be the best move you can ever make in your life. Now that I done it before you, I need your help. And then you go from there following, you know. And be prepared for if he say no, go back. I almost thought I was going to have to go back. But I didn't, you know. But I just wanted to change. I wanted different. Yes, I'm laying on the pillow. gonna say we have to put it back in his hands. When we step out on our own and do something out of his, his timing. I'm not gonna say it wasn't his will or his desire for me to be here. It may have been my desire and he was okay with it. But I may have moved ahead of him. So when I realized that, I did what I knew to do. Sorry, Lord. No. But it be like that. And it's gonna be like that forever. But that's the kind of God we have. It's like with your parents. You know how you do something wrong and you know you done did it. It's always better to be honest with them. And you'll get in less trouble once you're honest and tell the truth. And then you can get redirected or reprimanded or whatever you're going to get out of it. It just ain't no difference. He loves us, cares for us, and wants the best for us. Just like our natural born parents that he gifted us to. What is that? Oh, shoebox. Listen, honey bought the baby some shoes. Because every time he gets shoes, when he go to daycare, he tear up the toes like within a few days. And he found these shoes that were supposed to be indestructible, right? Had to order another pair. Ain't that crazy? I don't know what that child do to them shoes, but whatever he do at daycare, he don't do here. That's crazy. He tore up the shoes that's supposed to be indestructible. Like, whoa. Whoa. There's the bubble wall. But how are you today, Gary? I done went on and on about what's on my mind. On and on and on. Somebody at the beginning called me old lady. But it all started because I was on TikTok this morning. I just got irritated because it was like I scrolled through like every other video for like 12 videos with somebody on there live, and I see them every single day, and I'm like, come on. How many people just sitting here all day hanging on these words that you ain't even tested? Everybody got a word. Everybody preaching all day. Like, do you have a job? Harmony season, does that mean that everything's coming together and you're at peace? I know you say it all the time, but I've never asked you exactly what you meant by that. Now I'm eating one of my cookies from yesterday. Man, these things busting. Look, I went to work yesterday. I felt bad. Oh my God, you look so good. Girl, I love your hair. I'm looking like that. I really haven't combed my hair since I worked at Amazon. These people think I don't know how to put it on. What? I'm at work. I just look, it be 100 degrees in that building. Ain't nobody trying to be all cute. Shoot. But I was like, I guess I got to do a little something because, yeah. But y'all know yesterday I entered into my soft woman phase, my soft girl phase. So I was surprised I still got the lashes. We'll see when I get a good hard sleep. Instructions talking about sleep on your back. I can't sleep on my back. Not all night. Went to work. I left 30 minutes early, 35 minutes. I was over it. When the work coming to my machine. Man. I wonder where Diane at. She had to go take a test today. I'm anxious to see if she passed. But yeah, man. Hour and 6 minutes. That's where I am today. I just want everybody not to have itching ears, not to only have hope, but try a little faith. They say it takes faith the size of a mustard seed. That's a little bit. A little bit. I'm sure we all got that. And I know a lot of people probably aren't. I can't really say because I don't know everybody on here, but I think it was just really on my heart for people not to be deceived today. It sound good, it look good. Everybody following them. Like I said, if it's everybody going in one direction, it might not be a good thing to follow. But if you do, go with caution and pay attention. And when you see a sign, don't ignore it, because there's a lot of people right now that are seeing signs of something they're involved in, as far as ministry or something. And if a person calls it out or points it out, only thing they're going to do is defend it versus trying to see if that person is telling them something that's true. That's dangerous. Because what happens is a lot of these people have made people idols. And we know idolatry is not a good thing. Especially not another man. Not a man. Man or woman. Don't put people so high up on a pedestal that you so far removed that when they make a mistake, now you're ruined and destroyed. I guess that's the warning. Don't put people so high up that when they make a mistake or you find out some dirt that's true, that you don't fall away. It's bigger than them. It's bigger than you and I. But that's what happens to a lot of people. They trust and believe in every word some person said, and then when things went the opposite of what they thought, or when they found out they really wasn't right, they gave up. Put all your hope and trust, put all your trust in God. Then when people make mistakes, you know who's still there. You know what I mean? It won't be like your bottom fell out because your favorite speaker got caught up in a scandal. You won't find yourself out here fighting and battling because you want to believe that they are who you think they are. You'll be able to say, you know what, God, is any of this true? That's why I don't get caught up in that. I stopped listening to a lot of people. I used to love listening to a whole bunch of people. But like I said, before I had got to a point where I'd be like, oh, I heard somebody say this, and I couldn't remember who said what. That means I was listening to too many voices in my ear. I heard once that you can get spiritual food poisoning. You intake so much from so many different places, you end up sick, spiritually sick. And that was my cue. Because now I know, I heard a dream and it was crazy. It was about like a lot of big top pastors, right? And the man his dream was that he saw this group of people. It was like men and maybe a couple of women, and I'm not saying names. And he had a dream that they were having some kind of ceremony or something, like a ritual or something, and they were drinking a body fluid of a man. I can't remember what he said. Can't remember what he said they were trying to obtain, but it was like a ritual. And that was the very first time I was like disturbed. So I was just like, I was outside my job, and I'm like, God, is this true? And soon as I asked, is this true? I got physically like ill, sick to my stomach, nauseous. And I just bust out crying. Cause I knew in that moment that that was that thing saying, that's it. And I'm talking about the top tops. So don't put your hope in a lot of men. I don't care who it is. From the tip top to the bottom. Cause they be having your food. Some people on top for a reason. And it ain't because God took them there. He wanted to initially. And I know it's crazy because I ain't nobody that even probably should be even. Who am I? So imperfect. You know what I mean? Uh, don't know much. And I'm just speaking what's on my heart. Because I feel like soon it's going to be a lot of people who are ready to just give up on the faith and walk away because those they put so much trust in, admiration in, and love are going to be not who they thought. And if we got all these people faking to be something, who are the ones that are going to catch those people? And let them know, hey, God's still on the throne. It ain't about him. It ain't about her. If we got half the people playing, nobody's listening to the ones that are for real. This world is crazy and delusional. Nobody's listening to the ones who has the real messages. They caught up loving the ones that's gonna probably lead them to hell. And then the other ones is full on faking. We gotta start just really praying about certain things and people. What we participate in, what we don't participate in. If it don't sound right, don't listen to it. But they say chew up the meat, spit out the bone. You can grab some good things out of something. But if it ain't right, discard it. I don't know nobody that eat a pork chop and crunch and swallow up the bone. You don't get a T-bone steak and eat the bone. Now somebody might. I've seen stranger things. I knew people that eat chicken bones back in the day. Strange. But yeah, man. Everything we have need of is on the inside of us. We are more than equipped. Yes, people are here to help us and guide us and give us understanding. But if all else fails, you reach within where God resides. Just don't get caught up believing every person that say God. Because just because they say God, just because they say Jesus, it don't really mean that's who they represent. You know, they say gifts come without repentance. There's a lot of people that are highly anointed, well, were anointed, gifted, and they're still operating because their gift didn't stop working. I think it's a time to look for people who are always angry, people who are prideful. If you're trying to tell me something and you stay angry and you stay prideful, I'm probably not somebody that I should be listening to about anything. Because that means can't nobody tell you anything. If you can't be told anything, you can't tell me anything. If you're allowed to tell me everything about me, and if I say something about you, you're going to tell me, touch not my anointed, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Life is simple. We just got to walk through it. Stay prayed up because I know it's probably going to, I don't know what it's going to look like 5 years from now. You know, I pray that we just keep going and we don't skip a beat, but just stay ready. If you don't pray, start praying. If you like me, pray more. If you ain't been praying as much. If you pray all the time, keep praying all the time. And don't forget to share the good news. That's what it's all about. Sharing the love of God. Somebody needs it. But I've been on here for a little over an hour. And it's about to get to my nap time. So I got work tonight. I was trying to hit that 1:30. I mean, hour and 30. I was on 1:30. I don't even know what time it is. That was crazy. I've just been going and going. I done cooked breakfast, ate breakfast, had a snack. Talked about God, talked about my lashes, people at work. Mm. Other than that, life is good when considering a pulse check. And for what I could tell, everybody that is here or was here is good as well. So that's good to hear. I'm always, checking on my good people from a place of love. I truly love you guys. Hey, I might not come with a whole lot of drama, but I come from a place of love. Love and positivity. That's my life. That's me. I like to have fun, joke, and play, but I ain't looking for the dysfunction. If it's dysfunction, I don't want it. I don't need dysfunction in my home. And if you entertain it long enough, guess what? Your house gonna be dysfunctional because you done tiptoed into dysfunction. Like everything is like a cause and effect. If you participate in something, there's gonna be something that comes from it. Whether you participate in something good or bad, you participate in something good, you're gonna reap something good. If you participate in something bad, you're gonna reap something bad. Simple as that. Choose wisely. I know a lot of us love to walk a little bit on the wild side. Ain't nothing wrong with fun. I love having fun. Trust me. I like to laugh. I like to joke. Be free at heart. Life is to live, what I mean? We're not supposed to be living fearfully or on eggshells. We're supposed to be living. We're alive to live. A lot of people, I know y'all probably heard them people that be like, oh, I'm just waiting on the Lord to return. And they don't leave the house. They don't do nothing. Like they literally just waiting on this day that they will probably never see. That ain't living, is my point. Live. Go get you some ice cream, go to Starbucks, go to the theater, beach if you live near a beach, amusement park. I mean, anything that is included in living, do it. Take a road trip, hop a flight. I don't know. Live while you got time. You know, we all have a time. So why not make the best of the time that you have while you have it? If you need to get healthier, like me, get healthier. Mm. Some of us do need to have more fun. We find ourselves saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do something this weekend," and that weekend just seems to never come. So it's been my practice for the last couple of weeks is to at least find a day that I go and enjoy myself doing something. I thought I was gonna see Chris Brown this week, but man, I seen the clips on TikTok from here. I almost cried. It was deep. It was sold out for real. I was like, man, I almost had a little tear in the left eye. Bet I don't miss him next time. Tickets go on sale June 19th. I'm gonna be waiting June 18th at 11:59 and 59 seconds. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, guess I've come to the end of my words, and y'all know what I do. When I come to my end of my words, it's time for me to stop talking. There's nothing left for me to say. I've said everything that I was supposed to say, everything that I needed to say, and everything that I wanted to say. So at that rate, you are more than welcome to hit my Cash App, which is money sign her meekness. Same as my YouTube page, HerMeekness. But that's not most important over here. What is most important is that you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Hopefully, I said something today that helps you out, resonated with your spirit. Maybe you already knew. If you know someone else that can use it, definitely share it with them because sharing is caring. That's my spiel, y'all. Sharing is caring. Yeah, like I said, I hope I said something that helped somebody. And I don't know, maybe tomorrow we'll go on a field trip again because, like I said, I'm trying to get out and start doing some things. But definitely make sure you share. Share, share, share. No, I'm saying sharing is caring, and if you've never been here before, you will see that I like to just bust out in song, and I can't sing to save my life, but I ain't scared. I am not scared at all to bust out in song. So until next time, I hope everyone has an amazing day. May God bless you along your way as you come and go with your daily dealings. I hope that something happens today that gives you insight to something you needed, that blesses you with something you needed, or gives you ideas or strategy for something you're getting ready to embark on. I pray that God keeps your whole family covered and that He continues to keep you covered and poke at you so you know that He is speaking to you at all times. I pray that He trains our ear to hear and know His voice so that when someone else says something that goes against His voice, we're like, no, I think that's what He would want. So again, I pray that you all have a great day, and I'm going to be out of here right now. I will see you guys on next go round. Bye bye.